Welcome to AutoStats. You know, if you've ever been shopping for a car, you've definitely seen them. All those little badges on the back promising amazing grip and all-weather confidence. But what do they actually mean?
You've got Quattro, xDrive, SH-AWD, Symmetrical, the list goes on. They all promise to be all-wheel drive, but here's the secret. They work in completely different ways. So what's the real difference? And, the most important question is, which one is actually right for you?
All right, so in this explainer, we are going to break it all down. We'll kick things off with the two core philosophies behind basically every AWD system. Then we'll compare the big three rivals, take a look at a real cornering genius, see where the future is headed with electric cars, and finally, we'll help you find your perfect match. Okay, let's get into it.
So, to really understand all those fancy badges, you first got to know that almost every single system out there boils down to one of two fundamental approaches for getting that engine power to all four wheels. Think of it like a battle between pure physics and smart software. On one side, you have the mechanical approach. This is championed by systems like Audi's True Quattro, and it uses something called a torsion differential. It's this brilliant set of gears that just automatically sends power to the axle that has more grip. It's pure physics, totally predictable. On the other side, you've got the electronic approach, used by BMW's xDrive and a whole lot of others. This uses a computer-controlled clutch pack to shuffle power around based on what all the sensors are saying. It's incredibly fast and super flexible. So with those two philosophies in mind, let's see how they actually play out in the real world by comparing three of the most famous systems you can buy today.
You'll see right away that each of these systems has its own unique personality. You've got Quattro, the mechanical purist with that legendary rally heritage. Then there's xDrive, the electronic athlete that really wants to feel like a rear-wheel drive car. And of course, Subaru Symmetrical AWD. That's the people's champion, focused on full-time, no-fuss reliability.
Okay, so Audi's Quattro is an absolute legend, born from the mud and gravel of rally racing. But, and this is a really crucial point, not all Quattros are created equal. The true torsion-based system that you find on cars like the A4, the Q5, and the beastly RS6, that's a full-time mechanical marvel. But the system on smaller Audis like the A3, that's actually a more common front-wheel drive-based electronic system. So, yeah, the badge on the trunk doesn't always tell you the whole story.
BMW, on the other hand, they have fully embraced the electronic approach. With xDrive, the priority is making the car feel like a classic rear-wheel drive BMW. That's why it sends 60% of the power to the rear wheels by default. Its computers are constantly watching how you drive and can actually shift power between the axles before you even slip. And on the high-performance M models, you can even push a button and go into a full rear-wheel drive drift mode. How cool is that? And this number right here, this perfectly captures the system's biggest advantage: pure speed. BMW's xDrive can react to or even anticipate a loss of traction and shift all that power in just 100 milliseconds. I mean, that is literally faster than you can blink. It's just instant.
And then we have Subaru. I mean, their entire brand is basically built on their symmetrical all-wheel drive. What they do so well is deliver reliable, full-time, always-on AWD at a price point that pretty much nobody else can touch. You can get it on a 2026 Impreza for under 25 grand. It's not about performance gimmicks. It is all about providing predictable all-weather safety for everyone.
Hey, if you're finding this breakdown useful for figuring out your next car, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. We simplify complex car tech just like this every single week. Oh, and we've got links to our other explainers on everything from engines to EV batteries right down in the description below.
Now, let's talk about a system that is so often overlooked, but it's a true masterpiece of engineering. Honda's super handling all-wheel drive, or as it's better known, SH-AWD.
Okay, now check out this number, 0.88 G. What's so amazing about that? Well, that's the cornering force a big family SUV, the Acura MDX, was able to pull on regular all-season tires, all thanks to SH-AWD. Folks, that's genuine sports car territory, and it's all down to some incredibly clever physics.
So how in the world does it do it? Well, instead of just splitting power from front to back, SH-AWD can also send 100% of its rear torque to just one wheel. So when you go into a corner, it actively spins the outside rear wheel a little bit faster than the others. This creates what's called a yaw moment, and it physically pushes the nose of the car into the turn. It just kills understeer and makes a big front-heavy SUV handle like a nimble rear-wheel drive sports sedan. It's brilliant.
But what's next? As amazing as all these mechanical and electronic systems are, electric vehicles are completely rewriting the rulebook for all-wheel drive.
EVs get all-wheel drive with this beautiful simplicity. They just put one electric motor on the front axle and another one on the rear. That's it. There's no drive shaft, no center differential, no clutches. Power distribution from 0 to 100% front or back is controlled instantly and perfectly by software. Systems like Lexus's Direct 4 can react in just a few milliseconds, offering a level of precision and speed that the mechanical systems can only dream of.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground, so let's bring it all back together and figure out which one of these systems is actually the best fit for the way you drive.
All right, so if you're a winter commuter and your main focus is safety and value, you really can't beat Subaru's Symmetrical AWD in something like the Outback. Now, if you're a performance enthusiast who wants a car for the track, BMW's xDrive on an M3 is the perfect tool for the job. And if you want the absolute best cornering physics in a family hauler, well, Acura's SH-AWD is really in a class of its own.
At the end of the day, the best all-wheel drive system is just the one that best matches your needs. From the mechanical purity of Quattro to the digital perfection of an EV, there's a flavor of all-wheel drive for just about everyone. So I want to know, which system do you have in your car, and which one do you trust the most? Let us know down in the comments below, and please don't forget to subscribe to AutoStats for more explainers just like this one. Thanks for watching.